In fact, Women's Equality Day, and it commemorates the 19th Amendment, which stopped the federal government from denying citizens the right to vote on the basis of sex. But that right was typically only allowed to white women. Black, Latina, Asian American women, and other women of color largely couldn't vote until the Voting Rights Act was passed in 1965. So today, Women's Equality Day highlights the continued efforts of all women to achieve full equality. You may remember last year, in fact, this day a year ago, Central Park unveiled its monumental women's statue, and it honors Sojourner Truth, Susan B. Anthony, and Elizabeth Cady Staton, all pioneers in the women's rights movements. It was also the first statue in Central Park to depict real women rather than literary characters. Last year, I spoke with both the sculptor and organizer who helped bring the statue to life.
It reminds all of us that we should be around a table talking to people about how we can work to achieve social change and get past differences and work on working together.
Well, since then, the statue has gone on to inspire other women like Meridith Maskara, CEO of the Girl Scouts of Greater New York, along with her girls, who will be the next generation of female leaders. Meridith joins us now, along with Kamala, one of the members of the Girl Scouts. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. This means so much to us.
Oh, well, thank you. What a day to celebrate.
I know.
We're so excited to be here.
It is very exciting. Kamala, if you wouldn't mind, I actually want to start with you. How old are you?
I am 13, and I've been a Girl Scout for the past 8 years.
And so now that Madam Vice President shares your name, what was that like for you when she was sworn in as the first woman Vice President?
It was really inspiring, and it was such a big moment for me because to see representation as a woman of color being in power, it shows girls like me that we can also be successful and that our hard work will have an impact on our communities.
Spoken like a true independent woman. No wonder she's one of your Girl Scouts, Meredith. So what does this mean for you? I know you've worked through a lot. You've seen the evolution of this.
I have, and it's so amazing to celebrate it. Actually, after this interview, I'll be going into the park to pay homage to the first statue of real women. But you know, this day just, you know, we have a journey that we've been on, and the women's movement in particular. And as you said in your introduction, we've come so far and we've done so much. But the recognition now that we have the opportunity to do is to really recognize the work that wasn't done. And, you know, Black, Brown, Indigenous women who were denied the right to vote. It took so long, and we still have so much more work to do within the communities. I mean, looking at last night's vote in the House, there is still voter suppression happening out there. We are not at the point where equality means equality for all. And that's, you know, Girl Scouts of Greater New York commits to that, to the 38,000 girls that we serve. And we will continue to make sure that our girls have a platform and use their voices and see representation.
Using a platform is so important because we just saw the first woman become governor of New York State. Of course, I'm talking about Governor Kathy Hochul. She's been a longtime advocate of the Girl Scouts. And Meredith, you just taught me something interesting, which was that her children are Girl Scouts, correct?
Correct.
But she could not be a Girl Scout. For what reason?
It wasn't accessible in her area. And the biggest barrier that we see for girls becoming Girl Scouts is financial barriers and accessibility. So we're committed here in New York City to making sure that every girl, and when we say every, we mean every girl feels empowered to lead in her community, the workplace, and the world. And, you know, it breaks my heart when I hear women say, I didn't have the opportunity to become a Girl Scout, or I didn't think that it was a place for me or that I belonged. And that is what our #1 focus now is. Every girl belongs in a leadership program.
And it's not just about the cookies, however delicious they might be. Kamala, I want to go back to you. So tell us what your involvement in the Girl Scouts and how has this organization inspired you? You sound like you've got a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah, Girl Scouts has really been such a meaningful and important part of my life, and I've gained so many skills and so much confidence through the many programs that I've done. Even something like the cookie sales, not just about the delicious cookies, but also through that I've gained business and marketing skills and also people skills through booth sales and just going door to door selling cookies. And several other programs I've been a part of include the Leadership Institute, which is about being able to lead and collaborate on a team, and even the Bronze and Silver Awards. The Silver Award, which I'm just working on completing now, are two important projects where I've been able to make a difference in my community. And I've been able to do all these amazing things through the Girl Scouts, which I'm so grateful for.
And I think we are all, as humans, regardless of our race, thankful for all the work that you two do. Kamala, I wonder if you could tell us who's a woman that you admire and why?
One woman that I really admire is Justice Sonia Sotomayor, and I really admire her because she was able to become a Supreme Court justice and become so successful, and was able to persevere through so many obstacles, like her type 1 diabetes and the loss of her father at such a young age. And as a woman of color, it's so inspiring to me to see someone so determined and so hardworking, doing so much good for our country.
I've never met you IRL, as the kids say, but you just were launched to the top of my favorite person list because Justice Sotomayor is also one of my favorite women that I admire, and not just because she's Puerto Rican, but she truly has broken barriers. Meredith, same question for you. Who's a woman that you admire and why?
Oh, so many in the past that I've stood on the shoulders of and fortunate to stand next to, and I will say so many unsung sheroes, you know, and women like yourself, Marisol, who have broken glass ceilings and shown other women the path. But I will say Gloria Steinem, for me, my entire life, she has been a name of mystique, of fierceness, of strength. And she herself was a Girl Scout, as well as Justice Sotomayor, Girl Scout alums. But, you know, her transparency, her authenticity, her ability to call out when the women's movement has not been as inclusive as it should be, is something that I have always admired and aspire to.
Well, Meredith and Kamala, thank you so much. This was such a treat to have the two of you here to commemorate this day that I think, as the years go by, is only going to get better and better. So thank you both so much. Enjoy the day.
Thank you so
and the rest
much.
of the day. And let's keep moving
Thank
forward.
you.
Pa'lante,
Let's
as
do
we say in
this.
Spanish. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.